Hi guys, I'm Annabelle, and welcome to Meeple Village. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of Funkoverse, The Nightmare Before Christmas. I thought this was really appropriate since Halloween is close. And well, in that note, happy Halloween everybody. Join me at the table and let's see what's in the box. So if you watched my channel before, you know that I enjoy Funkoverse. I have a few of the expansions. This one I got recently during Prime Day. It was a little cheaper than usual. And I love Nightmare Before Christmas, so I thought how appropriate. And look how cute. We're gonna look at them up close, but if you do not know how to play Funkoverse, or if you'd like to see a run through of how to play this game, you can catch it here at Meeple Village. I have done a full run through, a couple of full run throughs on the channel, as well as some unboxings of some of the other expansions that are out there. All right, in the back of the box, it tells us that this game is for people who are ages 10 and up. It is a 2 to 4 player game, and it plays in 20 to 60 minutes, which could be true, could not be true. Sometimes it can go a little longer, but yeah, that's a pretty good estimate, I would think. It's not a really super long, like 4-hour game. It's going to, if you don't know the rules and you're learning the characters, it might take you a little longer. But once you get used to everything, it should go about in about that time. So let's see. It has these figures. So Jack and Sally and Oogie Boogie and Dr. Finkelstein, and it also happens to have 2 dice. I'm hoping. Well, here's the contents, but they're so tiny. I'm hoping we're going to find items as well and locations. So I'm excited to open this one up and check out exactly what's in the box. What is your favorite Halloween movie? Leave me a comment and let me know. I'm not really into scary movies, so something like this would be my go-to Halloween movie. Alright, so we know we've got the 4 cuteness, and I will show you those, but what else is in here as you open it up? As expected, we get a bunch of tokens already bagged up, some stands, dice, counters, which are your victory point counters. All right, let's take a look at everything. I'll show you the tokens, I'll show you everything, and of course I'll show you the cute figures. 4 different color stands, and then there's this, which I've never seen before, so I'm kind of, what does it say? Something so tiny. Well, I don't think it says anything. Yeah, it's just not painted all the way, I think. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe we'll find out. Here's the victory points in nice purple. And here's one up close. You can see I love the translucency of them. This one has very nice color. You can actually use any victory point counter when you play with all of the games mixed together. We have 4 of the regular dice that we're used to seeing, you know, with the successes and the 3 successes, or 3 blocks in the block and hits and everything. So these we're used to seeing. But then there's also these 2 new ones. And let's see, it looks like I'm not gonna even guess what these are. I'm sure they'll be referenced in some of the abilities, either in an item or a character card. We'll have to dig deeper to find out what these 2 are. And then as usual, we have tons of tokens to keep track of stuff around the board. And let me show you some of them. This is the active player tracker. We got mana tokens. Looks like there's at least 3 different colors. These are going to be used during some scenarios. You got your activation tokens, which denote that you've activated during this turn. You got your B's and your C's. I'm sure there's an A out there somewhere. Here it is, A and D. Your star marks your starting location, and again, you know, you're gonna be using these tokens around the board to denote stuff. And then I believe there's companions in this game. These might be it. That's a new, as far as I know, something new in this game. And I guess we're gonna be using tokens for that. That looks like something on the dice, didn't it? Here we go. We have our other characters, Mummy. And the mummy when it's knocked down. Look at this cuteness. Look at this. Another character, the Wolfman, and these are if you don't have enough figures to play with, you can use these as an extra character. And the Black Cat. Of course, you really don't want to use these unless you really have to. I'd rather just use figures from other expansions. So that was all the tokens. I'm going to show you the figures, and then under here there is even more stuff, probably the location, there's the player areas, the different scenarios, and the manual. But let's look at the figures, shall we? So first off, here's Jack, looking awesome as always, all dressed up, very cute. And now that I think about it, I figure out what that little thing was at the beginning. This is our item. And all characters can hold an item, and they're ready to hold the item in their hands, just like Jack here. I believe this is frog juice is what it's called. We're gonna see the card when we go into those cards a little later. We haven't seen those yet, but see, he can hold it. There's our Oogie Boogie. Look at him. I love it, and you can feel the texture on these stitches. So nice detail there. Here's Sally, looking nice. Very cool. And the Doctor with his brains. This doesn't open, by the way. He's missing he's missing a tooth, or that's just, I'm not sure. All right, look at him, ready to go. I don't think it rolls. No, it doesn't roll. All right, those are our characters. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the character cards. Let me show you the manual first, actually, and then I'll show you the character cards. This should be pretty similar to other manuals because you can play interchangeably with other games. So it shouldn't be something that you're not familiar with if you've played Funkoverse before. Look how colorful that is. Okay, there's setup, playing the game. Stop reading and play. So really, you don't have to read much, only until page 7 before you can start playing. But then there's the full experience. So nice that they did that. Then there's mixing games, a little bit on how to do that, using the map. There's line of sight examples, adjacency, how to move, which is always, hard to explain to new people. Hopefully the examples help. And then there's challenges, multiple challenges, and the glossary, which we always have in this manual. More glossary. All right, nice. Let's take a look at the player aid and also the cards. Here's the art on our trackers, and on the other side, as usual, this one is bright yellow, and it looks like both are exactly the same, so we get 2 of the same. The different scenarios you can play, territory, on the back is infiltrate, and notice how it shows you what map to use. Leaders, which uses the other map, and finally this one. All right, here's what our characters can do. Here's Jack, making Christmas on the bottom. On their turn, allied characters within 2 squares of Jack may use Jack's ability as though they were printed on their card. Wow, I hope he has some good abilities then. This is Halloween, which is an attack. Do a challenge 3 to each adjacent standing rival. Okay, that's really good. So you want to surround your enemies or be around your enemies. Have the enemies surround you, I guess, with all your characters. Hail to the Pumpkin King. Move 1, give this character the Pumpkin King status card, which we'll take a look in a minute. What's this? Move 2, choose a standing ally or rival. This character can see and pull them 1 square. Sally, on the other hand, has a detachable arm. Place or move the detachable arm minion token adjacent to Sally, or remove the detachable arm from the board and place Sally in its square. Nice. What have we here? Sally and the detachable arm minion token each do a different non-interact basic action. Nice. And the Nightshade Soup, which is an attack, costs 2 gray. Challenge 3, roll 1 extra die if the target is exhausted. Nice. And then her passive ability Ragdoll, at the start of the game, place a detachable arm minion token adjacent to Sally. If Sally is challenged and is within 4 squares of the detachable arm, she may swap places with it. Change the target of the challenge to the detachable arm. The Oogie Boogie has Jackpot on the bottom. If Oogie rolls a normal or Boogie dice and all the faces match, shift an ability token on your cooldown track down 1. And I love those abilities that help you get your mana out faster. I don't play fair is his attack. It costs a lot, but it is a challenge 4. Roll both Boogie dice. If you roll 7 or more, shift a thing on a cooldown track down 2. I like this guy already. And then Gambling Boogeyman. Move 2. Roll both Boogie dice. If you roll 7 or more, Oogie does a basic action. And Snake and Spiders 2. Choose an ally Oogie can see within 3 squares and place him adjacent to Oogie. Roll both Boogie dice. If you roll 7 or more, they do a basic action. So this guy wants to roll 7s, doesn't he? And then Dr. Finkelstein, Faithful Servant. You may place or move the Igor minion token adjacent to Dr. Finkelstein. Igor does a non-interact basic action. It's alive. Choose a token or marker within 2 squares of Dr. Finkelstein. It does a range 2, challenge 3. It's weird that this one does a challenge 3, but it's not considered an attack action. Interesting. And then Brain Scratch, move 2, shift 2 things on your cooldown track down 1. Another one that moves things down. And then the Mad Scientist, which is his passive, at the start of the game, place the Igor minion token adjacent to Doctor. When Dr. Finkelstein becomes exhausted, Igor does a move 2, and then may push an adjacent ally 1 square. And here's the Pumpkin King card we talked about before. When this character does an ability, you may discard this status card to decrease the cost of that ability by 2. Wow, that's pretty convenient. And it's a status card. And here's our item that we finally figured out. Fog juice, not frog juice, okay? At the beginning of the game, add 1 mana ability token to your ability token pool. Oh, nice. So we start with an extra gray ability token, which I keep calling mana. Alright, there's 0. I'm guessing these are the companions. Move up to 2 squares, or fetch, do an assist or interact action. And his passive, 0 can move through rivals as if they were allies. Companion. And then these are just the basic characters. Like I said, if you don't have other figures, you can use these, and they just do the basic actions. And Black Cat. And finally, we're going to take a look at the locations or the maps that come in this particular expansion. As always, they should be double-sided. I'm pretty sure they are, because we saw 2 maps on the illustrations on the different scenarios that you can play. So let's open it up and take a look. Okay, so here we go. And this is a location that includes your trackers, because it's a smaller map. I'm pretty sure the other side will not have the trackers. You can play with the smaller map, but you can play with the bigger map. It depends what scenario you're playing. It will indicate so in the objective cards. And on the other side, yep, like I said, this one does not give you the trackers, because the map goes all the way to the edges of the board. This one's really busy. Really busy. I like it. Alright guys, there you have it. That's everything that comes in the box for Funkoverse, the Nightmare Before Christmas pack. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to Meeple Village, and to, as always, join us on Twitter and on Instagram so you can continue to follow the world of Meeple Village. I will see you guys on the next video, but until then, may you play more games.